Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Charles, and I welcome you guys to another episode of the Dreamerspro Show, where we cover everything from sports, hot topics, classic debates, entertainment, and where we give you guys a fresh perspective on things and how we see them. And in today's episode, I got a pretty interesting one for you. And the topic is Chris Broussard finally calls out Ben Simmons for his lack of accountability. So that's the topic I'm going to get into in today's video. But before we get into that, I want you guys to please make sure you go ahead and hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and hit the notification bell to be notified whenever we drop our content. Also, make sure you check out Dreamerspro Max, an online sports community, a place you can talk about basketball, chat live during games, and so many other cool things. We have that linked in the comment section below. Anyway, let me get into this topic here. So I've long said that I believe that Ben Simmons is probably one of the laziest NBA players, we've seen in a very, very long time. And some people, when they hear that, they may say, oh, wait a minute, this guy's being too critical. Do you really mean what you're saying? Are you really saying he's lazy? Come on. No, I'm 100% certain what I'm saying. I think Ben Simmons is one of the laziest players the NBA's seen in a long time. And then we've done comparison videos on this guy where we compared his career trajectory alongside other players like Giannis Antetokounmpo, like Kawhi Leonard, like Brandon Ingram. And we showed how these other players, when they came into the NBA, who had talent and all these different things, athleticism, and how they were able to progress over time. And we looked at Ben Simmons' career over the last 4 years, and we looked at we've noticed that he's basically stayed the same. For example, I'll give you a quick example of this. Look at Giannis Antetokounmpo. Right, his first year in the season, he averaged 6 points per game. Oh, and by the way, there's some people out there that sit there and say, "Oh, this guy doesn't know what he's talking about because he misses these minor details." So, Giannis Antetokounmpo averaging 6.8 points, and if I say 6, and if he's averaging 12.7, and I say 12, that means or 13, that means that I missed the detail. No, it just means that you like the nitpick, and you guys like intricate details that add nothing to an argument. Nobody sits there and describes numbers like this. Sometimes you can say it to the decimal point, sometimes you don't. It has nothing to do with the argument here. Like, don't people run around, oh, he doesn't know what he like. Come on, please, cut that out. The next season he averaged 17 points. Well, I'm sorry, 16.9 points per game. Then he averaged 23, 27, 27.7, 29.5, and 28.1 points per game. If you look at Kawhi Leonard, for example, right? Kawhi Leonard, similar thing. First year in the NBA, he averaged 8 points, 12 points, 13 points, 16.5, 21, 25.5, then 26.6, 27.1 last season, 25. Brandon Ingram, who's a very young guy. He's been in the NBA for 5 years. He's averaged 9 points, 16 points, 18 points, 24 points, 24 points. If you look at Ben Simmons, it's been the same. First year, he averaged 16 points. Next year, he averaged 17. Next year, he averaged 16. Last year, he averaged 14. I won't even go into his numbers, but basically, the guy has just not been improving over time, right? So, and I think that, listen, it's 100% has everything to do with him, right? Because the buck stops with him. A lot of people were making excuses for Nerlens Noel when he took the advice of Rich Paul, and they were like, "You're your own man. You make your own decisions. You can't blame it on another man for giving you advice." So, you're your own man. You're an adult. You're a young adult. You're in the NBA. Don't pass blame for your shortcomings and you not taking the game seriously to other people like your coach or this guy or that guy or teammate or the organization. Own up to it. If that's going to be the line of thinking, then we need to apply it across the NBA and see how and see how it works. I think that Ben Simmons is just one of these guys that basically looks like he came to the NBA to just play for a big contract, make a bunch of money, and that's pretty much it, right? That's the impression I get from him. And after last year in the playoffs in Game 6 against the Atlanta Hawks when he was playing with the Philadelphia 76ers, after he went up there and just completely embarrassed himself and let his team down, he then had the nerve to request a trade, and now he's running around acting like a victim, saying that, if they don't trade me before the season starts, I'm not going to show up to training camp. So I was so happy yesterday when I heard Chris Broussard call him out and say, bro, look in the mirror. You're the reason that you're the major reason that you're going through all of these issues. So before I go too far, I want you guys to take a listen to what Chris Broussard had to say when he was giving his thoughts about Ben Simmons.
And then, of course, what Embiid said, I get that he's hurt and that bothers him. These guys are supposed to have my back, and they threw me under the bus. I understand all that. But what bothers me about the stance that Ben is taking, Nick, is that this whole, he's playing the victim role, okay? And he is making it look like the Sixers are mistreating him, okay? Like, I can't believe what they're doing and what it says to me. And they may, like I said, they said the wrong things. But all of this, his actions since then, Nick, makes me think there is a reluctance and a refusal for him to look in the mirror. Because the fact of the matter is, even though Doc and Joel spoke out of turn, Ben has not gotten it done. And Ben was horrible in that playoff series against the Hawks. And Ben has not added a jump shot, even to take the jump shot. And so it scares me if I'm an opposing team, because I like Ben. And we've talked about it, you and I, how they can build around him somewhat like Milwaukee's done with Giannis and all that. Okay? But if I'm an opposing team, I'm looking at this and I'm saying, first of all, it's been 4 years and he still hasn't gotten to the point where he'll even take jump shots. And now the way he's handling this makes me look at it like this dude won't look in the mirror. He won't look in the mirror and say, I've got to get better. Yes, Doc spoke out of turn. Yes, Joel should not have said that. But I didn't get it done. At the end of the day, they were right. I got to be better. And Ben Simmons, I love Ben Simmons' game. But he's got to look in the mirror and start adding the things that he's lacking, Nick.
Now, in that soundbite, I was just so happy and refreshed to see that Chris Broussard had the courage to say what a lot of people won't say, or some people won't say, right? He basically said that, listen, you need to look in the mirror, man. You need a reality check. Like, you need to take ownership of the fact that you have been playing like garbage. You have not been improving over these years. And some people say, oh, garbage is a strong word. No, in the playoffs last year, Ben Simmons played like garbage. In game 5, in an elimination game, he went 2 of 4 from the field. Think about this. He attempted 4 shots from the field. 4. Your point forward, your small forward. Some idiot messaged me, oh, you don't know the difference between Ben Simmons is a small forward that plays the point. He's a point forward, small forward. Like, I don't know how our videos attract these guys that run around leaving these ridiculous comments on our videos. Anyway, the guy goes out there and averages and takes 4 shots in a game, scores 5 points, and at the end of the game, you have the nerve to be looking around and pointing fingers as if what Doc Rivers said was the issue or what Joel Embiid said was the issue. No, you were the issue. It's not the team. It's not the coaching staff. It's not your teammates. It's not your coach. You're the issue. Because you know why? There are other coaches in the NBA, there are other teams in the NBA, and there are other players that play well. So why aren't we blaming it on why aren't we blaming it on them? Oh, it's their coach. No, it's you. And I was so happy to see that Chris Broussard called him out, because the fact of the matter is this. The issue is this. Ben Simmons cannot shoot. Some people say, oh, no. It's not that he can't shoot. It's that he's unwilling to shoot. The reason I think he's unwilling to shoot is because he can't shoot. That's the reason why. If you practice at your craft and you put in the work, you will at least... You see, the difference between Ben Simmons and Giannis is that Giannis is not a great shooter. But Giannis practices so much on his shot that he's willing to take it because he believes it's going to go in. Ben Simmons doesn't practice his jump shot. And because he doesn't practice his jump shot, that's why he doesn't feel any confidence in shooting it. It's like the guy that went to go take an exam. When you know you didn't study for the exam, you're going to be afraid to take it because you know you didn't study. It has nothing to do with, oh, I studied and I'm afraid to take it. No, you didn't study. And that's why you're afraid to take the examination. And I think the primary reason that Ben Simmons is doing all of this is because he refuses to look in the mirror. And I think it's just surreal that an NBA player that has a max contract playing at that level can't shoot. I mean, think about it. This is one of the most fundamental aspects of playing the sport, in this case basketball. One of the prerequisites to be able to play basketball is to be able to shoot, and you can't shoot. So for the people that are out there making excuses for this guy, have at it. But I'm very happy that Chris Broussard called him out, because I think it's ridiculous that this guy's behaving like this. So these are my thoughts. So what I want to know from you guys is, what do you think about what Chris Broussard said? Whatever you guys think, please leave your thoughts and comments in the comment section below. Again, if you enjoyed the video, be sure to make sure you go ahead and hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and hit the notification bell to be notified whenever we drop our content. Once again, this is Charles here from Dreamerspro. Wishing you guys an amazing day. Catch you guys on the next episode.